Is looking into it, and yes, it is right.
So it's like a black ops sort of holding facility. It's almost like a Saudi operation or something where we would render somebody overseas,
right?
And they just take them to this warehouse-looking place
in Chicago.
And they don't have to, they don't read them their rights. They don't let them make a phone call, none of that stuff.
For 24 hours. You just go in and you're disappeared. And
apparently, according to the report, did we substantiate that a person died in there?
I don't know if we've substantiated that.
Because the report yesterday that we read from said that there were reports that one person was unresponsive when they found him and died.
So we will, we're going to go over that tonight, but I'm going to show you, I'm going to start with the military-industrial complex speech from Eisenhower. And I'm going to show you what he said in that speech is happening now. We have MRAPs on the streets with all of our police. I'm going to show you that what we're doing with our police in Chicago, in that building, is exactly what our military is doing overseas. The military-industrial complex has come home, and it's sitting in Chicago, and we will show it to you tonight. Truly terrifying stuff. Wake up, America. Wake the hell up. Police have in Chicago. I'm taking you from the 1950s and the military-industrialized state and the warning from Eisenhower saying, beware of the military-industrial complex, to where we are now with our military and with our police state. We are increasingly in a police state. And tonight it will become crystal clear to you with this revelation from the Guardian newspaper of what's happening in Chicago and our initial investigation into it ourselves. It is terrifying, truly terrifying. We are turning into a police state, and you need to know about it tonight at 5 o'clock. You don't want to miss that. And then the truth on ISIS tomorrow. Now, let me ask you this. Why is The Guardian the best American newspaper in England? Why is The Guardian the best American newspaper in England? Let me give you the story. Looks just like another warehouse, according to The Guardian. But the building, located on Chicago's west side, known as Homan Square, is actually a secret black site operated by the Chicago Police Department. Local attorneys and a protester who spent nearly a day in the facility claimed Americans can be detained at a secret location without access to legal counsel for 12 to 24 hours. Further, the sources say the facilities act like a CIA black site that violates Americans' basic constitutional rights. The Guardian's investigation reportedly found the following tactics are used at the site: keeping arrestees out of official booking databases, beatings by police resulting in head wounds, shackling for prolonged periods, denying attorneys access to the secure facility, holding people without legal counsel for 12 to 24 hours, including people as young as 15. The report adds at least one man was found unresponsive in a Homan Square interview room and later pronounced dead. Suspects are reportedly not booked when taken to the secret location, like they would be if they were arrested and taken to the local police station. Because of this, Chicago lawyer Julia Bartimaeus told The Guardian that it's an open secret among attorneys that regularly make police station visits that this place, you can't find a client in the system. Odds are they're likely in that building. Jacob Church was detained by police and taken to Homan Square on May 16, 2012, after a police investigation uncovered his plans to violently protest the NATO summit. He was one of the infamous NATO 3 who were accused of plotting to use Molotov cocktails on local buildings during the summit. Church, Jared Chase, Brentley Betterly were eventually acquitted on terrorism charges, but each were sentenced to prison time after being found guilty of mob action charges and a count of possessing incendiary devices to commit arson. Church is now on parole after serving 2.5 years in prison. Even though Church's case garnered national media attention, a group of attorneys who were reportedly unable to locate him, one of its attorneys said no booking record existed for her client. It wouldn't be until after they made a major stink in the city under the leadership of Mayor Rahm Emanuel that they learned where Church was being held. Church told the publication of his experience, Essentially, I wasn't allowed to make any contact with anyone, he told The Guardian. Church's left wrist was cuffed to a bar behind a bench in a windowless cinder block cell, his ankles cuffed together. He remained in those restraints for 17 straight hours. I had essentially figured, all right, well, they disappeared us, and we're probably never going to see the light of day again, said Church. But there's a lot of secrecy surrounding the Homan Square warehouse. Officials have refused to answer any questions whether a reporter visited the warehouse on Friday. I don't know about you, but I have a problem with the way the police are being handled, and I don't know why there isn't an American newspaper that is covering things in the United States of America about our constitutional rights being violated. By the way, this does not seem to not fall into what was the president's concern last week at his terror summit. His concern at the terror summit was Americans who believed their civil rights were being violated. And I just want to point this out. Isn't that what the charge is that he makes all the time? That people that look like him, their rights are being violated all the time? He's concerned about those citizens who believe their rights are being violated all the time by police officers and by this government. He's more concerned about that than he is Islamic extremism, because Islamic extremism doesn't exist. And now we have Rahm Emanuel and his city having a black house where you can just be taken and disappeared for 24 hours. I don't know about you, but I don't recognize my country anymore. Do you?